December 1900. Far out in the cold Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of Scotland, stands a group of small rocky islands known as the Flannan Isles. The islands are isolated, windswept, and surrounded by violent waves. For centuries, local fishermen avoided them. They believed the islands were cursed. Some even claimed strange presences lived there. But in 1899, a lighthouse was built on the largest island to guide ships safely through the dangerous waters. 3 lighthouse keepers were assigned to maintain it. Their names were James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur. Every night, their job was simple: keep the lighthouse burning and watch the endless black ocean. The men lived alone on the island. No nearby villages, no visitors. Only the sound of waves crashing against the cliffs and the endless wind. Then, in December 1900, something strange began to happen. On December 15th, a passing ship noticed something alarming. The lighthouse light was dark. This should never happen. The light was supposed to burn every single night, but the island was too dangerous to reach immediately because of rough seas. 3 days later, on December 18th, a supply ship named Hesperus finally arrived. As the ship approached the island, something felt wrong. Normally, one of the lighthouse keepers would be waiting at the landing dock, but this time, no one was there. The crew sounded the ship's horn. Once, twice, 3 times. Still, no response. Finally, a relief keeper named Joseph Moore climbed the steep path toward the lighthouse. The wind howled around him as he reached the door. When he entered the building, an eerie silence filled the air. Inside, everything looked strangely ordinary, yet deeply unsettling. The beds were unmade. The kitchen looked recently used. A meal appeared to have been started, but never finished. One chair had been knocked over on the floor, as if someone had suddenly stood up in panic. Moore called out for the keepers. No answer. He searched every room in the lighthouse. Nothing. The 3 men had vanished. But then investigators found something even more disturbing. Inside the lighthouse logbook, there were entries written just days before the disappearance. One entry described a powerful storm hitting the island. Another entry claimed that one of the men, a hardened lighthouse keeper, had been crying uncontrollably. The log also mentioned that the men had been praying, but there was a problem. Weather records from that week showed something impossible. There had been no storm at all. The sea had been calm, which meant the terrifying storm described in the logbook may have never existed. Outside, investigators searched the entire island. Near the cliffs, they found signs of damage from waves crashing over the rocks. One of the metal supply boxes had been twisted out of place. Ropes had been torn away, but there were still no bodies. No footprints leading away from the island. No boats missing. And one final detail made the mystery even stranger. Inside the lighthouse, one of the men's heavy oilskin coats was still hanging on its hook, which meant at least one lighthouse keeper had gone outside into the freezing wind without his protective coat. Something must have been so urgent, so sudden, that the men rushed out immediately, and they never came back. To this day, more than a century later, no one knows what happened to the 3 lighthouse keepers of the Flannan Isles. No bodies were ever found. No clear explanation was ever discovered. Some believe a giant wave swept them into the ocean. Others believe something far more mysterious happened on that lonely island. Whatever the truth may be, the lighthouse still stands there today, watching the dark Atlantic Ocean and guarding a mystery that has never been solved.